Hey, what's up everybody? Today is an absolutely super exciting day because I'm unboxing a couple of snare drums. This drum right here is a drum that I've wanted for over 6 years. I never thought I would get this drum, and I actually found it new in box. It's super rare, there are only 100 of them made. Super pumped to unbox this drum here. And then on my left, your right here, this is my dream snare drum because this is the Pearl Casey Cooper Igniter snare. And if you've never heard it or seen it unboxed, this is my dream drum because you know, to have your name on a drum is really fantastic. But I love this drum because it looks awesome, it sounds awesome, and it's super affordable, which to me, to have a drum that is a great price and a killer snare, that is the dream. And so today's really exciting. It's Sweetwater's drum month. There's all sorts of fantastic deals on drums right now, and so I thought I would open up some boxes, inspire you guys with some really amazing drums that I love, and hopefully inspire you to go check out the awesome deals and maybe get a drum that you love. So let's get started with this right here. Now, this is the Pearl 30th anniversary free floating snare. There's like a lot of backstory to this snare, but I'm gonna open it first and I'll tell you the backstory afterwards. But there were only 100 of these made, and they were made in 2013, 2014. So this drum has been in this box for like 6 years, 7 years now. And it's now going to get to come out of the box. So let's open it. I still can't believe I found this thing new. I think it's been opened before for pictures, but it has never been played, and that is crazy. All right, what we got here? Lots of wrapping, more wrapping. Oh, this right here seems to be a card. It's probably like the registration or commemoration of the drum itself. Fancy certificate of authenticity. It was made in November of 2013. It's number 16. That's incredible, number 16. That number means a lot to me because I got married in 2016, married the love of my life, and I had my first child, a baby boy, in 2016. So 016, that's a cool serial number. I'm gonna keep this safe. All right. Now, this next part that you're about to see blows my mind because this snare drum comes with its own bag. And this is where I think I need to cue the Indiana Jones theme song for this bag. Just check this thing out. Now, if that is not an Indiana Jones snare drum bag, there is not an Indiana Jones snare drum bag in the world. This is not it. I mean, look at this thing. This is leather. It's so beautiful. I don't like, this is one of those drums where I don't, you know, I'm gonna play it because I'm not that guy that's gonna keep it in a box and never play the thing, but I'm gonna protect this with my life. For the first time. I don't know if I'm ready for it. I've always, like I said earlier, I've always really enjoyed playing snare drums that are, you know, more affordable because my audience, you know, like myself, I don't have a ton of money to just be buying crazy snare drums all the time. And so I love playing things like the Igniter, which are super affordable. But every once in a while, I get the opportunity for something really crazy special, and here it is. Oh, so heavy. Look at this bag. That's incredible. All right, so I know what it looks like. I've seen it before, but I haven't seen this exact one, and every single one is a little bit different because it is a 3mm brass shell, which is the same type of shell used in the top of the line reference brass. No. thing, it's got a patina finish on it. It's like some sort of coating or something that gives it that unique look. And man, is that beautiful. Let's just give it a spin here. That is a masterpiece. Let's see the inside of this thing. Oh man. There it is. Number 16. So cool. I've never owned a free-floating snare drum before, so this is the first free-floating snare that I have personally ever owned. And here's the backstory. This is why I wanted to get this particular drum, and I was so blown away when I found it, because this is the 2013 is the 30th anniversary of the free-floating snare drum chassis, which is something that Pearl created in 1983. The idea behind a free floater is that there's no hardware anchored to the shell. So the shell gets to resonate freely, it gets to sound and have as much tone as possible without nuts and bolts and washers and hardware and lugs grabbing hold of that drum and keeping it from ringing and having all of the beauty that it can have. Now, some people don't want a ringy snare, so you can mute, you can put mutes on it or whatever you need to do, but if you want that tone, if you want that full ring, a free floater just lets it. It's so aggressive, so loud, so beautiful singing, and this is my first one, which is crazy. Now, as I said, 2013 was the year that this was created, November of 2013. 2013 was the year that I became a Pearl artist, which absolutely one of the craziest moments in my life, because you dream of being an artist for a company like Pearl Drums, but you don't know if it'll ever happen. And so that was the year I signed with Pearl. So this drum commemorates the year 2013. So I thought that was really, really cool, and one of the reasons that I really, really wanted one of these. And then the second cool thing is the first time I ever saw this drum was at NAMM 2014. And NAMM 2014 was when they put it on display, and you'll see video footage on screen in just a second. They had it rotating on the same podium that my Igniter snare was rotating on in 2018. And so that's what they use every year to display like an amazing snare drum. And so 2014, I walked into the booth and saw this beautiful drum on display and thought, I love that, but I'll probably never get one. There's only 100 made at that point in time. There was no way like I could get one. And so this drum, 2013, celebrating the year I became a Pearl artist. 2014 at NAMM, my first ever NAMM, one of the first drums I ever saw in the Pearl booth. Here it is, number 16, got married in 2016 to the love of my life and had my first child. This is a meaningful drum. So, I think we should play it. Also, another cool thing about this is that this is the first snare drum that Pearl launched their spin-tight tension rods. And so if you look closely, there's a little red part in each of these tension rods. So you tighten it to where you want it, and then you spin the drum key. Let me get that drum key. Make sure this doesn't fall over. Has this special drum key here. You spin this part right here, and it actually turns inside of the drum key and turns these little miniature tension rods inside of the tension rod. And what that does is it locks it down to wherever you tune it. So say I want to crank it down a little bit here. Then you set it on there and you turn this thing, and that tightens that inner tension rod and keeps it from adjusting on you. So you never change the tension of the top head. You can tune it the way you want it, and boom, it is set there. And you can actually buy those tension rods separately and add them to your drum. They're not exactly the most affordable tension rods on the market, but they are incredible, and I definitely think that they're worth the money if you're someone who hits really hard and has a problem with your tension rods backing back out. So it's a really cool innovation on a really amazing drum. Now, I'm done talking, let's play this thing. that incredible free-floating shell, that 3mm brass shell. The thing is thick, and it's got so much articulation, so much sensitivity. And of course, if you don't want the ring, throw a little bit of muting on it. And now you take away a lot of that ring. Yes. All right, next up on the unboxing here is my Pearl Igniter snare drum. And every time I open one of these, it's like, it blows my mind, the fact that like Pearl wanted to create a snare drum with me. And there's just so many Pearl artists that I feel like are way more deserving of having a snare drum. But I do understand the marketability of a drum like this, and it's been one of the best-selling snare drums in the world since it came out. People all over the world have this drum and play it and love it, and whew, I'm getting emotional over here. It's so crazy. The idea behind it is to ignite a passion for music and for drumming in people, and that's why we created a drum that has an all-maple interior. It sounds awesome, it looks great for a really affordable price, because we wanted people to be able to get it and play it and not, think like, oh man, I really want that Coop3r snare, but it's $800. Like, no, this thing is less than 200 bucks. This is a super affordable snare drum, and let me show you what unboxing it is like. First off, a unique thing to this drum is you get a poster with it. So if you enjoy my videos and stuff and want a poster of me playing with fire drums, igniting the fire, we've got that. But it also, on the other side, if you don't like my face or don't want my face up on your wall, you can use the amazing Rudiment poster here with all the other awesome Pearl artists that surround this thing. So many inspiring guys on this poster, and so many awesome rudiments to practice. So that's cool. Then we get to the drum itself. This box. Oh man. It's a 14x5, all maple interior, so you get that wonderful maple sound at an incredibly affordable price. Now let's see this thing. Boom! Yes, look at that. Artisan graphics. Got the fire, got the pinstriping, got the red gasket, so it's a really, really great looking drum that pops with many different finishes, many different drum sets. Comes with your Remo UT drum head, so you can get this thing sounding really great with the stock head on it. Of course, it can sound even better if you replace the head as well. And let's see what serial number we got this time. This is 1665. Woo! That's cool. Now, when you get one of these, let me show you my typical process for tuning one right out of the box. It comes a little bit low. It's shipped without it really being tuned up. So what I do is I typically crank it 2 to 3 turns until it starts feeling it tighten up. Try and get everything to about the same tension. All right, then we flip it over. Flip it back over, open the snares on the side, tighten those up a little bit. All right, now, And that is the Igniter snare drum, the Casey Cooper at Cooper Drummer Igniter snare drum from Pearl. 14x5, all maple interior, flame graphics. This thing is legit, and that's why it's my dream snare, because not only does it sound awesome, but it doesn't hurt the wallet that bad when you get it. Thank you so much for tuning in, checking out this video. I hope that it inspires you to go check out the awesome sales at Sweetwater's Drum Month and maybe pick up an incredible drum of your own. They've got a ton of really amazing Pearl snares. They've got my Pearl Igniter snare. Their customer service is absolutely fantastic. You can click the link in the description there and go check out the amazing Pearl drums, Pearl snares, and all sorts of other brands as well. Lots of great sales. Thank you for watching. Have a happy day. Happy drumming.